Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done and published to educate consumers, grow their businesses, and to leave a legacy. This is a series of spotlights on remarkable exit planning advisors from across the country. Joining me on this segment is Georgia French with UBS Financial Services. Georgia, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about your work, and specifically tell us who are the types of clients that you help.
I've been in the financial industry for over 30 years, and over the years, business owners have become a greater part of my my business, and so without even thinking about it, I was doing a lot of their own personal planning and a lot of their business planning as well. And then over the years, I found that that was kind of my niche. I just really enjoy working with a business owner. Business owners are very, very different people than, W-2 employees or people that work for somebody else. They are definitely a different breed. And so I really enjoy the psychology of the business owner. And so as a result, it has drawn me to get my certified exit planning advisor designation. And so to make it a little bit more formal than it was in years past.
A lot of entrepreneurs are really passionate about what it is that they do, and they're great at growth. But yeah. I don't think, do they even give much thought to the exit part of it? What is it really on their mind? And, when it comes to exiting their business, do they give it much thought?
Well, I think what happens is that the business owner spends from the beginning of the inception of that business, it's like it's their baby. They're watching it grow. They're making sure that it has everything that it needs. And so all of their assets, all of their time, all of everything is going into that business to grow it and to make it into, the child, the adult that they want to see it grow into. And so what ends up happening is they not only neglect themselves, and at the same time, a lot of financial planners, a lot of investment advisors will ignore usually the business owner during the infancy stages of a business when they probably need a financial planner the most. And the reasoning for that is because all their money is going into their business, right? So they're not necessarily, a viable client for them at that particular moment. And then where a lot of the planning starts to happen is usually towards the later years, the mature years of the business owner, when they finally start to think, I really can't do this for the rest of my life. At some point, I want to reap the rewards. And so what they've done is they've gone years and years and years and years of building and building and building this company, this business that they want. And they a lot of times feel like they never really think about exit. They just think about building it. They don't really think about what is the end result? What does my life look like after I don't come to work every single day, after I stop building?
Let's unpack that a little bit. Now, comes the exit planning advisor to come in and help. Can you kind of clarify that role and how you step in and help these business owners get those areas of focus in order?
Well, there's three different components to the exit planning. I mean, the main three areas, and that is not only your own financial, your own personal finances. There's the business finances. So there's the business side of it. There is the financial planning side of it, personal side, and then there's also the person that you are. So you have to, all those three have to kind of come together. So the first thing that I like to do is find out who are the players, who are your most trusted advisors in your life. Is it your CPA? Is it your attorney? Is it your best friend? Who are the people that you look for advice, and then bring those people together and start to create a team. There has to be a form of a team approach. No one person can help a business owner exit their business and do it in a way where you're covering all the different areas and the different parts of it. Once you have the advisory team in place, all those people need to be working together to help the business owner exit. And the idea is what is the highest valuation of your business? Nobody wants to sell their business for less than what they think it's worth. And the irony of it is a lot of business owners think their businesses are worth a lot more than they actually would be able to get on the market for them. And so what ends up happening is that they don't exit because they need, they continue to go to work every day because nobody appreciates the value of their business. Nobody really understands how they do it. And so being a value advisor is to be able to relate to the business owner, help them understand what their needs are. And so once they know and they understand what their financial goals are, then they can prepare over a period of time. This does not happen overnight. There has to be like a triggering event that will make the business owner say, okay, it's time to start this valuation process. And then once you figure out where the areas are that need to be worked on, then you start the process of working through to get the highest possible valuation for that business. It's the best scenario is actually not necessarily wanting to exit, but wanting to get the highest value out of your business. And then you'd be surprised how many unsolicited buyers come around. So it's not only are you planning your exit inevitably for some day, it doesn't have to necessarily, you don't have to necessarily be 65 years old, but at the same time, it's good business to to create value in your business, to get it to the highest possible valuation. It does make good
That
sense.
sounds like what it really is. It's like, it's never a bad time to be doing better and to improve in all those areas of their business.
That's right.
So Georgia, what inspired you to get into this field and specifically help business owners with their exits? How did you get started?
It's interesting that you asked me that question, because the majority of people are interested in the business owner at the exit time. So and usually that is the time in the process where you want to be you definitely don't want to be coming in at the tail end of it. Even though, like, so for example, let's say you are, private equity, or you're the buyer, or you are, the company is going to, take the business public, or, you are the end strategy for the business owner. That entity or that individual is not very well liked by that business owner. I mean, it's usually because they're trying to get a deal, right? They're trying to get the best deal for themselves. So they're going to nitpick that business to death. So if you are the financial planner, for example, and you're coming in at the tail end of it, it's like, it's almost like you fall into the same, you're just another one of those sharks, right? So what I found was that if you come in at the beginning stage of the exit plan, then you have an opportunity to really understand the psychology of that business owner and to be able to help them get the best value for their business. And I can assure you that by the time they exit, those, whatever it is that they receive, the end result, whether it be stock, whether it be cash, etc., is they have to rely on that to live the rest of their lives. So they're going to go to the most trusted person. And that person is the person that's been with them from the very beginning, that helped them get that value to begin with. And I was already doing that. I just made a process. What I did was I actually got the certification so I could say I was certified. But as financial advisors, we do that for our clients. Oftentimes we find clients when they're just starting out in their investing process. And so, when they finally retire and they roll over their 401k, or they roll over their retirement, or they sell their business, or they sell their homes or real estate, or they inherit, who are they going to look for? They're going to look for the person that was there at the very beginning. And so that's how I got into just really finding owners that are in the infancy, or, the beginning stages of exit planning.
Before I ask you my last question, is there anything that I didn't think to ask you that you feel is really important to share with business owners considering exiting now, or soon in the near future?
I think that one of the things that I found to be the most enlightening for me, and you get a lot of statistics once you really dive into this area, and that is that somehow or another, every business owner is going to exit their business, right? They're either going to sell it, they are going to close their doors, they're going to continue to work until the day they die. At some point or another, there will be an exit. So why not plan it so that it is exactly the way that you started it out from the very beginning? There was a plan from the very start when that business owner started that business. And it's never too early, it's never too late to really get into the dynamics of thinking about an exit plan, even if it's 20 years from now or 15 years from now. You don't want to be forced into an exit strategy. You want to be able to plan that exit strategy. So working with your most trusted advisors and forming that team early on is the most essential I think piece of the whole formula. It's not who buys your business at the end. It's not, it's really what you do all along. So start to cultivate those people in your life and start forming that team early on. And if you are later on in your life, it's never too late, because the exit planning process can start within, some people do it 5 years from the day they start planning, and some people, plan 20 years before. So planning is the key, I think. And always think about your personal, think about your family, and think about your business, all three together, because they all are going to tie in.
For business owners listening who are inspired to get this exit plan in order for their business and would like to speak with you, how can they find you and connect?
Well, I am a financial advisor. I am a senior vice president at UBS Financial Services in the wealth management team. I am based out of Charleston, South Carolina. And my phone number is 843-856-6630. That's my personal line. And also you can email me at Georgia, just like the state, .French, just like the language, at ubs.com. So it's georgia.french at ubs.com. And I am happy to help you get on your way and give you some really good resources.
This has been terrific. I really appreciate you taking the time to share with my audience today. And I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
Thank you so much, Mark, for having me. I really appreciate it.
That was Georgia French with UBS Financial Services. And this segment's brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done and published to educate consumers, grow their businesses, and to leave a legacy. That's all for now. I'm Mark Imperial, and thanks for joining me.